Wow. I mean, you think, how life changes in a week or two, and what you guys are all going through. This is tough times.
It is. And in a lot of ways, I think in the past week has been probably the most, as a small business owner, Scarlett and I are heading into our 10-year kind of anniversary of the shop, incidentally. But in those 10 years, this past week has been the most kind of eccentric, to say the least.
You think of things that could happen, and this sure isn't one, I guess, that you ever think about.
No. In fact, we were thinking, like, what would be, like, the biggest disaster for downtown? And we were always like, oh, flood, right?
Yeah.
Physical, you have a flood and everything, you have to move out. This never even came on our radar in all these years. I mean, it's just outlandish. And even as the news was starting to come in, like say 2 weeks ago, I kept thinking like, well, I didn't realize the scope.
They'll get a handle on it, or we're okay.
Yeah. All of the kind of, looking back, all of the kind of amiable denials that we make for ourselves, like, oh, I have things to do today, but here we are, so.
Everybody, it seems the downtown people I've talked to, everybody talks about buy gift cards and do things like that. There are some things we can do.
Yes, yeah, and that's what I was going to say is, like, right now, we're open noon to 5, just to handle, like, web orders and in-store pickups. And, of course, since we pay rent and utilities, I'm kind of just using those resources as kind of a home base. Scarlett is at the home studio from her end. But I'm right here, and it's online right now is the way to go. I've been kind of beefing up our website with gift certificate options, as well as most recently we started doing a virtual trunk show of a lot of our ceramic jewelry, because in March this month we have the Adorn Jewelry Trunk Show, and that included about 3 or 4 ceramic artists. But we really didn't get a chance to show it to anyone since this came about. So I'm posting, once a day, work from our ceramic jewelers online.
Well, you talk about shopping local, and we always do that around Thanksgiving and shop local. Now more than ever, though, it's really hits it home.
Yeah. In fact, we were talking about just like micro transactions, meaning, it doesn't take too much for us to at least sleep better at night if we just make a handful of relatively small sales. Yeah. Because at least that's enough for us to kind of, throughout the course of a week's time, build up some kind of income to manage things. Scarlett's been doing a great job of just kind of promoting her small stuff online and having people come by and pick them up. Obviously, our Fredericksburg map T-shirts are another thing it's easy to ship. It only weighs like 5 ounces, so I can pop it in an envelope and just get it out.
Those are great things, and those are the kind of things I think everyone is drawn to, and I guess at least in the short term, provide you something.
Yeah, it's something, and it was actually a stroke of luck because the new black and gray T-shirts, our screener from Stafford, he dropped them off last Friday and was like, I'm heading out on spring break. Let me get these out of my hands so you can start selling them. And lo and behold, that's kind of one of our kind of keystones right now, because it shows downtown pride as well. It's functional, it's good art on a nice, soft, comfy T-shirt.
And I guess then the other thing is, once this starts to lift and does lift, go back and support.
Yeah, and we're making moves and hustling as the days kind of progress. One thing to make note of too is that even if you can't put your wallet behind support, liking posts, sharing posts via social media, engaging with us on social media, all of that helps to kind of spread the word. I didn't want to say helping us go viral. That's too much of but that idea, but that idea of just kind of, sharing, if we can garner like, a new clientele from, all of this, then that would be a win. In the long run.
Yeah, and I guess one of the things, because you talk about beefing up this or doing that. I mean, you guys you look now at things, and who knows on the other side of this changes you make that may help.
Right. In fact, it is, a very kind of humbling kind of boot camp for a lot of us small businesses. I mean, we have a website that we maintain, but this is really, everything's up the game in terms of, especially of course, in terms of online kind of presence.
Yeah.
And right now we're just trying to stay kind of on people's radar and relevant, so that, hopefully when all of this does come to pass, that, we're still, very much kind of in their minds, so to speak.